right with your chest. I feel it in
We're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins.
all your storms, but you can't stop this. You can't stop this. You can't stop this.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New England Patriots. Into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here goes tonight. Hey, what's that?
May going to throw right away. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as the season moves along.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. The Patriots at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Open man, Kyle Williams, he's got it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 16. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Trevion Henderson, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he tapped his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Looking to throw. Leonard. A short one there to Farview. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the gun on 3rd down. Leonard. Yeah, man, that's Leggett. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11th. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
To the air, May. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. You look at this Patriots defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. A pretty nice effort.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
First and goal, Miami.
Here we go. 70-10 look.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they go to work on a first and goal.
Let's go.
They'll run Achane. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. One more time with Achane. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Back to throw. Leonard toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So on fourth down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. The kick by Sanders is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Oh, you made it in the jail before? Yeah. You know, the motherfucker you run with, you're done with. Quick. You saw him broke the dog with the bump.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And some room to work. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 37 yards.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
May going to give it to Henderson.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
To throw, it's May.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Looking to throw, May. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Henderson running straight ahead.
And he gets forward at the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
This out quickly to Williams. So we stop for no gain. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Trevion Henderson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Patriots are able to widen their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played.
H.N. hitting the ball zone. And the Patriots have it. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
May going to bat this one forward. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing here is May. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Makes it 3rd and
I think
5.
as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Here's May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Trevion Henderson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Patriots have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And oh, it's wide right. No good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Throwing to start the drive. Leonard. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now a hit and a loose football. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
And the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got him in, that's Ligon. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Patriots are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And now leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at the 14-yard line.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
First down, Dolphins.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball down the field as well.
And the Dolphins are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a first and goal.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Second and 6. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Looking to throw. Leonard. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a fourth and goal.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll go. Achane. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon Achane. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take the chance on fourth and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Henderson. And he gets us up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll throw with May.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Yeah, he was looking for the check up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They set up the screen. H.M. has it.
Down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
And the Dolphins, first down. A gain of 15. First down, Miami.
He'll get that out wide to Waddle.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Calling that a very strong gain of 24.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Let's go.
Back to throw.
Leonard. That one complete to again.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They're going to look to throw. May looking to run. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. He may go. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try and grab that lead back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He finds Douglas complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
That's another Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Short pass caught by Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And partner, the tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On first down, it's Henderson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 3. Again, it's Henderson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Up the middle, it's Henderson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Trevion Henderson, 25 yards to the house. And the Patriots answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Looking to throw. Leonard. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Open man, the tight end Tonjes. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A give left side. Here's Achane. And we'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
2nd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man. That's Leggett. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Back to throw. Leonard. That incomplete to Egan. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Now 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, Achane. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll run for it with Achane. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? That one looks like he'll throw here. Zaven Collins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To the air, May. That is intercepted. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Up the middle, Achane. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Back to throw. And he's got it. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Achane. will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown, Miami.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Sanders now to have the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That will tie the game at 34. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Looking to throw, May. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. You may be a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. This from long, very long range. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So it's the Patriots who will have first crack at it as we're back underway here in overtime. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They ultimately lost the lead. But right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to get out in front and force your opponent to play from behind with a good drive here. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
No gain on the play there, second down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer. Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Henry's got it out on the left side. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, fourth down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Throw left side complete. That's Douglas. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
Patriots, first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Straight ahead, Henderson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And a quick throw here. That's complete.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Oh, and that's so close to being intercepted. That could have been a big turnover in overtime if he had held on. Instead, though, it is still fourth down.
A 31-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and they have regained the lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that will win them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously a touchdown will win it.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Second and 13. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Looking to throw. Leonard. And that will be incomplete. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Back to throw. Leonard. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well. And always a joy to be up here in the booth next to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be up here in the booth next to you as well. Thanks for taking the time, and let's go ahead and get ready for our next one, right? I'll see you in the film room. Get that preparation started now.
So for the Patriots, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.